Dun 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 Shows World.
Welcome to Shows World Gamers, Josh here, and it is once again that time of the week. That's right, as this week draws to a close, I wanted to take a moment to look at a few of the biggest video game news stories that we got this week. We're also going to look at some of the biggest video game announcements that took place this last week, and of course, we will check out the biggest video game releases you're not going to want to miss. But do me a quick favor, if this is your first time on the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join in on the fun. Alright gamers, let's kick off this weekend review with a few news stories. Now, we also got another gaming showcase that took place this week, and this time it was Bandai Namco. They came through with their summer showcase where we got updated looks at a number of games. You know, some of the ones that really caught my eye was Shadow Labyrinth. Of course, Little Nightmares 3 looks awesome. Super Robot Wars Y looks amazing. It has a ton of different robots from different anime all thrown into one game to battle it out. That game looks pretty cool. And that's just a few of the games we did see here. There wasn't a lot of new stuff there. We did see the newest fighter, Fahkumram, coming to Tekken 8. And one of the highlights for me was the new Dragon Ball Daima DLC coming to Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. That looked really cool. We also got a new My Hero Academia fighting game that's based on the end of the anime, so that should be pretty awesome also. Now, we are only a few weeks away from the launch of Donkey Kong Bonanza, and, well, one of the big questions about the game so far has finally been answered, as that pertains to who at Nintendo was actually working on the game. Well, this week we did find out that the team that made Super Mario Odyssey is the same team that worked on Donkey Kong Bonanza, which is pretty awesome news for Donkey Kong Bonanza because, I mean, it's going to be a fantastic game. But that has many now wondering what that could mean for the timetable of the next huge 3D Mario game. Are we going to have to wait a little longer than expected? I guess we'll have to wait and see. Now, in some extremely disappointing news out of Xbox this week, the reported huge layoffs and downsizing of the gaming division has begun, with TheVerge.com reporting that the Initiative studio has been completely closed down, and as a result, both Everwild and the long-anticipated next game in the Perfect Dark franchise has been canceled. Perfect Dark was announced years ago and had this trailer we are seeing here shown off last summer, but we had not seen anything since. This is hugely disappointing. Also, it sounds like Phil Spencer may be on his way out. I mean, what's going on in Xbox right now is not good. Next up, let's take a look at some gaming announcements. Now, we did get the console announcement release date reveal trailer for the free-to-play first-person shooter game Delta Force, coming to the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series systems on August 19th, and that does join the previous releases on PC as well as mobile. The game features multiple gameplay modes, including Warfare, which is the online, multiplayer player versus player modes, Operations, which is the extraction shooter style mode, and a Black Hawk Down campaign. The game also features cross-play and cross-progression. Now, Primal Planet received a PC release date announcement trailer this week, with the game launching via Steam on July 28th. The game is being called a pixel art Metroidvania survival game where you play as a cave dweller who must protect their family from dinosaurs as well as aliens. The game looks really promising, and it appears you have a little dino buddy that fights alongside you. At this time, there is no announcement of a console version of the game, but I will definitely be keeping my eyes open for a console announcement. This game does look pretty promising. Also, 9 Years of Shadows received a console release date trailer, with the game coming to the PlayStation 4, the PlayStation 5, Xbox One, as well as Xbox Series systems on July 31st. That does join the previous release on PC and the Nintendo Switch. The game is a side-scrolling Metroidvania-style game where you take control of Europa, a warrior who enters a corrupted castle along with a spectral bear named Alpine, who aids you with magic on your journey to restore color to the world. Alright gamers, let's finish up with this week's new video game releases, and you know what, there wasn't really anything released this week. We do have one thing to talk about though. We did get one release that's pretty awesome, and we are going to start with a new classic game that was added to the Nintendo Switch Online service, this time in the newest Nintendo GameCube library of games that is exclusive to the Nintendo Switch 2. The game we got is a favorite in the Mario Sports series, as the original Super Mario Strikers soccer game is now available on the service, and it includes online play, and this is a must-play. It is a ton of fun. Jump in there, play some multiplayer, and have a blast with, well, one of the best Nintendo sports games of all time. Alright gamers, that concludes this week in review for the week ending, well, on July 4th. Happy July 4th to you guys. The week started with Nintendo once again skipping the June Direct window, as we now look towards July for a Nintendo Direct to give us an idea on what games are coming to the Nintendo Switch 2, and when we'll finally be getting our hands on Metroid Prime 4. Then word came out online that Nintendo had revealed and then took down sales figures showing the Nintendo Switch 2 has already surpassed 5 million units sold in its first month. And the week ended with us, well, celebrating the 4th of July with friends and family. But let me know anything we may have missed in the comments. Also, thanks for joining us today, gamers. Do me a favor, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, and we hope to see you on that next video. Shoach World, out.